Hello there, boys and girls. This is Mr. Lerma. We're going to do a little continuation of the project that we did yesterday with zentangle designs. And again, line control, line balance, line direction, all of those combined build motor skill development. So again, why are we doing this? Because we're building motor skill development. So what's the objective? To control the lines, to make sure that the lines are clean. So let's begin. We're going to continue on with a little slightly different than yesterday. So we're going to change the perspective of the project. So let's make some circles, different sizes, like this, like that. Let's make one here, another one right here, a little one. And you want to make them that they're almost in line, down, straight down. Thank you to those students who have been uploading their projects. I appreciate that. Thank you to the parents who've been asking questions about the student work and how they upload them. I appreciate that as well. It just takes a little bit of time to kind of get this whole system down. This online schooling, it's new for everybody, so I know it's not an easy process to kind of get comfortable. And let me do a nice and big one right here, like that. My circles are not the best, but we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for enjoyment. Let me put a little one here, another one here, like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do from this point forward, I'm just going to follow some lines, and it doesn't matter if they're a little bit crooked, but at least you'll get the concept of the project. I'm going to just kind of maybe do another one right here. Let's do a big one like that. And I'm going to follow the line and don't cross it, like this, all the way up. And I continue this one the same way, like that, all the way up. Then let me make another one right here, like this, and like that, and like that. One more here, give it that nice look. Then just follow them down, like that. Same thing here. Let's put one other one here. And the goal is to make the circles align with each other. Make sure they touch. And then let me make another small one here and one here. And again, the same way. Okay, so at this point, what we're gonna do, we're gonna change it a different way. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn my paper sideways. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna color in between the lines. And it's gonna take a little bit of some time, but again, the goal is line control. Like I mentioned to you, we want to create clean work. We're not rushing. We're taking our time, making sure that our project is clean and the lines touch against each other all the way to the end. Like that. My pen's running out, looks like it, so we'll keep going. Let me try the other one. The fine tip one I think might be probably faster. There we go, much faster. The gel pen was kind of dragging on the paper. It's amazing when you use different pens, give you different effects. Some pens glide a lot easier on paper than other pens. So as you progress with your art abilities, you're gonna have to decide what kind of pens do you want to use. um, I like to use different types of pens, pencils. They kind of give you different effects. Okay, so we continue with the lines, and they don't have to be perfect, but the goal is to make them straight up and down. Continue to the top, and I didn't put a line right here, so I'm gonna try one real quick just to make sure we finish that. Okay, so this is where you're gonna have to kind of work on your line control, make everything nice and clean, nice as possible. The tighter you get to you do your lines, the better the project looks. And again, the reason why I'm rushing is because I'm very limited. I talked to some friends who are computer guys, and they mentioned that it's a new iPad to me, but apparently it's an old model, and when updates are loaded onto the iPod, it begins to eat up the memory. So that's why I'm having issues. So we'll see if we can do something else. If I can exchange it for a better quality one. I mean, it's a good quality iPad, but like anything, they tend to get old. Okay, now I like the way it looks. I think probably with the next one, I'm gonna try it with the bigger Sharpie to give stronger lines, but I think you're gonna get the concept of this. So we're covering all of the space as best as we can. Just like that. And it's going to take a little bit of time. Now you can actually make your lines a little bit closer and tighter. Your choice. And you can even color in between the lines if you want to take that extra step to give it some more highlights with colors. It looks a lot better. I noticed that when you actually make the lines touch against from one side of the line to the other, it just seems to work a lot better. Okay, I think there's, I want to fill in between the lines. There's some of these that look a little bit too spaced out, just to make sure that we have enough coverage to give it that nice effect that I'm looking for. Just like that. Okay, we'll continue on with the lines from one side to the other one. Not bad, we're doing good. Making progress. And again, I'm reminding students. I think students are starting to realize that when I respond back to your projects, that you have to pay attention to upload your project. Very important. All right, I'm gonna turn it over, then finish the other side. And these are projects, like I say, again, like last time, they're therapeutic projects. stress relieving projects that you just kind of create and build. And it takes time, but we're not rushing. The goal of these projects is to understand line control, motor skill development. All right, looking good. I'm just gonna cover it up a little bit more so it looks more full, some of these lines. This should probably take you about, if you actually take your time with this project, you know, making sure the lines are not touching, it should take you roughly about an hour. But because we're trying to get this project done, let me add a little bit here, and the one there, another one there, because small one there, because it there's too much of a gap. And again, we get my Sharpie, make those lines all the way down. Just make sure we get enough coverage of the paper in the project. Like that. And we continue on with the project. Almost done. Remember, you got to pick one of the 3 lessons that I submit, that I upload into the files. Pay attention to the due date, which is Friday. Some students are actually going beyond the required assignment and they're doing all 3. That's amazing. Thank you for doing that. But keep in mind that you're only supposed to submit one of the 3 projects on Friday before the end of the school day. And I forgot to make the line right here. We'll make this one like that. All right, almost done. Just finish this side. Done. And again, line direction. This project, this zentangle design deals with line direction. So we want to make sure that all of our lines go one way. Not bad, looking good. All right, that looks pretty good. And then if you want, you know, like if you notice these gaps in between, you can step in and then fill in the lines as best as possible to close the gaps and give you a stronger effect. But the goal is to make sure that your lines don't touch. That's the key. Not bad. All right. All right, so then it is done. It is done. So then just an option, you don't have to do it, but you know, to give it that nice highlight, or you can even make your lines the opposite way. But I think it looks better just the way it looks. And maybe just a couple. Give it that nice change. And what's the last thing? What do I always ask? What do I say? What do you have to do with your project? You gotta put your name, right? Put your name, the most important thing on your projects. So there you go. There's your lesson of the day. I hope you enjoy it. Have a good day.